Hello, in this video we will see how we can download and install in our computer the Linux Mint. Linux Mint is just released. It is just the alternate of Windows computer. If your computer is like 5 years, 10 years or even 15 years old, using Linux Mint you cannot feel whether you are using a old computer or a new computer. It's super fast, and for old hardware it's a lifesaver. This video will show you how to download, make a bootable USB drive, and how to install Linux Mint very easily. And it is the latest version of Linux Mint, which is released just 2 days before. Before using Linux Mint, at first we need to install this operating system with our computer. And to do this thing, we need the actual operating system. We can easily get the Linux Mint 2022 edition from this website, linuxmint.com. If you are lazy, if you don't want to type this thing, you can also go google.com and then you can start typing Linux Mint. And from here you can also access Linux Mint directly. To download Linux Mint, at first we need to click this download option. If you move your cursor on top of it, it will show like this type of thing. From here you can click here or you can click this download button. I'm going to click here. I move my cursor over the download link and then I'm seeing Linux Mint is there. I just need to click here and the download page of Linux Mint will be there. It is the download link, linuxmint.com download.php. So this page has the download link for this operating system. Right now there are three downloads options. Three versions of Linux Mint. One is Cinnamon edition, which is, you can say, like full edition. Then XFCE edition. This is light, simple and efficient edition. You can check the description a little bit over here. It is mentioning over there. And the last edition is the Marty edition. This is classical and traditional both, and you can also read some description over there. Okay, so I'm going to download and install this Cinnamon edition of Linux Mint of my old computer. I'm telling you, my old computer is HP Pavilion DV7. It is like 2012 laptop. So I'm going to test the Cinnamon edition of Linux Mint on my my HP DV7 computer. So for doing this, at first we need to make a bootable CD drive or DVD, whatever you can say, but I'm going to use USB drive. I will make a USB drive bootable edition of this software or operating system. So just click the download link and you will be in this page. Here you will find a long list of download location. It's a long list, but I'm not going to download from all the location. I'm going to download the nearby location or USA location. Right now I'm in USA, so I'm going to choose the USA, this region, and just click on. I'm going to click this link. Any link is fine, and then it will start downloading that one. Once you click here, then you will see it started downloading, and it is like 2.7 gigabyte of size, which is not very big, and it will take some time. Right now it is showing like 9 minutes to 10 minutes to download. Once the Linux Mint ISO file is downloaded successfully, then we can access this folder and can use this ISO file to make a bootable USB pen drive. So I'm going to minimize this thing and I'm going to connect my USB pen drive on my computer. So once I connected, we will see that our pen drive is there. So right now this is my pen drive. Now let's jump to the download location where the ISO file is downloaded, and this is the downloaded version of ISO for Linux Mint. We will use this ISO file to make our USB bootable pen drive. For make this pen drive as a bootable, I'm going to use Rufus application. So this is also free from internet. You can download this thing. This is very small file, and once you download it, then you need to open it by double clicking, and then we have to press yes button, and then it will show you the driver properties using this UFAS application. So if you see carefully, so here it is showing the pen drive name or link. So for my case, it's a 8 GB of pen drive, that's why it is showing like this. And now from here we need to choose the ISO file. To choose the ISO file, we have to click this select, and then it will open this window. Just go to the downloads folder, and here I just downloaded this thing, right, Linux Mint 2022 this edition, and then click the open button. Once you click the open button, you will see that Linux Mint 2022 -64-bit is .iso file is linked over there. If you click there, you can see there, this is the Linux Mint. Okay, now this part is done. Drive properties, this section is done, and here, as we have old computer, so I'm going to use MBR, this format. But if your computer is latest version or modern computer, you can use GPT. But for my case, I told you it's this laptop is like 2012 model, so like at least 12 years before model. So I'm going to choose this partition schema, which will be MBR. Once you choose this thing, you have to use BIOS or UEFI, this one. There will be only one option generally if you choose MBR, this one. Now we don't need to touch this part, and we just need to click the start button. Once we click start button, it will give us this type of window. Here we'll use the recommended on this version, I mean this radio button, and then press the OK button. Once you press the OK button, it will show you that all data on drive D will be destroyed. That means the pen drive will be formatted, that's why. So before pressing the OK button, make sure you take all the backups from your pen drive data, otherwise you can press OK button. So I'm going to press OK button, and then here you will find the status bar. Here it will take some time, like 2 minutes to 10 minutes. So it depends on the computer speed. My computer is very old, that's I told you, so it will take another 3 to 4 minutes at least, and then once it's completed, this progress bar will be finished. When the pen drive will be formatted completely and the OS is transferred to pen drive from ISO file to pen drive, which will be the bootable pen drive for our case, we'll see the green status bar is ready, and there will be two buttons, start and close. We need to close this button, I mean we need to press this button to close this thing. Don't press start. If you press start, then it will start from the beginning. Now I'm going to close this thing, and our bootable pen drive is ready. If we check, we can also check from here, this PC, and this is the bootable pen drive. Now I'm going to insert this pen drive to my computer, and from there I will install the Linux Mint in my old computer. So I'm going to close this thing, and I'm going to insert, and then you can see how I am going to install this on my old computer. After inserting the pen drive on my computer, if I turn on my computer, it will come like this type of option. So here there are a couple of options are there, like start Linux Mint in compatibility mode, and so on. Our target is to install Linux Mint on this machine, so I'm going to choose the first option. So just select over there, you can move your cursor and it will be selected, and then hit enter key of your keyboard. So I just hit my enter key on my keyboard, and then it will take some time to load the OS. So here we are seeing that the Linux Mint operating system is there, and it already booted from the pen drive. Right now it is not installed, and if we click here, then everything will see, all the menus and applications are there, but it's not installed. It's just that try, it is showing you the demo. You can use this thing, but it's not installed version. Our goal is to install this thing. So here there is a icon, install Linux Mint. We just need to use this icon to start the installation. So without talking further much detail, I'm going to double click here to start the installation of Linux Mint. Once you double click here, then the installation window of Linux Mint will be started shortly. This is the welcome screen. Here we have to choose the language. I'm going to choose language English, and then I'm going to press the continue button. Once we press the continue button, in this page we need to choose the keyboard layout. I'm using English USA, and then I'm going to press the continue button. So you can choose the other language based on your own need, but for this video I'm going to use the English language. Now here it is showing multimedia codecs. If you want to install multimedia codecs, you can check this thing, otherwise you can uncheck. So I'm going to click here to check this thing, and then I'm going to press the continue button again, and then it will configure everything, and then it will come to the next step. We need to choose on installation type. There are a couple of options set there based on your computer hard disk status. You might get another one or two more options. So here the first option is erase disk and install Linux Mint. So it will erase the entire disk and then it will install Mint. And if your computer has Windows already, and if you want a dual boot, then you will find some other option also. For my case, I just want to install the entire Mint Linux operating system based on my entire hard disk. I don't need the Windows 7 or Windows 8 or Windows 11, nothing. So I'm going to choose this option, and then what is it doing? It is erasing the entire disk and it will install Linux Mint over there. And then after that, we can also click the advanced feature to check other thing, but I'm not going much detail of those things. We can ignore it, and then I'm going to press the install now button to start the installation. Once we click the install now button, it will start the installation, and here you will see the details how many steps you completed to start the installation. Here it is showing one thing, write the changes to disk. So it is asking, so it will format like this way, partition 2, partition 3, and some other SDA, this type of thing. Okay, I'm not going to tell you details. This is basically it's just information only. If you want to install Linux Mint, it is coming by default, and you need to partition based on like this way. Okay, anyway, I'm going to press the continue button to go to the next step. Now we need to choose the location. Right now I'm in New York, that's why I'm going to choose New York. But if you are any other location of the world, you just need to move your cursor, move your pointer. You can click here or you can type the name here. So New York is fine for me, and then I'm going to press the continue button. In this step, we need to put all of our information, like my name, my computer name, then a username for this computer, and the password, and we need to retype the password. I'm going to type everything. For my case, you have to type your own username, your name, and password. Once you complete this thing, then we need to press the continue button here. Now the most lengthy part. In this part, it will take a lot of time. It will not finish, I think, less than 5 minutes. So in a rough sense, you can say it will take like 5 minutes to 20 minutes based on your computer speed. If it is your old, if the computer is very old, definitely it will take much time. And I'm not going to show you any other thing. Here basically we don't need to do. Every screen or this status bar will complete by itself. You don't need to touch. When you need to touch, at that time it will halt and it will ask you the options you want to continue. Once the installation is completed successfully, then you will get this type of message like restart now or continue testing. So our installation is already completed, so I'm going to restart now by pressing this thing, and I'm going to disconnect my USB flash drive, which was the bootable pen drive, which we did this thing, and then it will reboot the system. Okay, don't forget to remove the flash drive. If you don't remove, then it will start the installation from the beginning. So I already removed my flash drive, and then after that it is rebooting from the beginning. And here it is showing, another thing, here it is showing like please remove the installation medium and then press enter. Okay, I already removed, and then I'm going to hit the enter key to reboot the system. Once the computer is rebooted successfully, then it will ask us to put our username and password to login. So I'm going to put the password here, and once we press put the password, we can press the enter key to access the Linux Mint operating system. So I just logged in by using my username and password. After successful logging, we'll find this type of thing. This is the welcome window, and then I'm also going to close this thing, and here we are seeing that everything is connected. This is our connected my local LAN. So here it is showing, and if we click the start menu, then here it is also showing everything, like all the applications, like accessories, graphics, everything is there. And let's check whether the internet is working properly or not. So I'm going to open Firefox. So here is the Firefox web browser. I'm going to open it, and I will check whether the internet is working or not properly. So most of the time, not most of the time, some of the time, for Linux operating system, I found we need to configure the internet, otherwise it is not working. So let's check whether it is working properly or not. So I just typed google.com, which is coming fine. Then okay, it is working fine, right? So the Google homepage is coming fine. That means the internet is working properly. Okay, so that is great. I'm going to close this thing, and the summary is that in this way you can easily download the latest version of Linux Mint operating system, and then you can make a bootable USB pen drive, and then finally you can install it on your computer. And it's very smooth and very fast, this operating system. If once you use it, you will love it, and it's just the alternate of Windows 11 or whatever Windows operating system you can tell. It's just the alternate. See guys, in this way we can easily download the Linux Mint operating system on our computer, and then we can make a USB bootable pen drive for this installation, and finally we can install that operating system on our Windows computer. And I showed you how to install from top to bottom everything on my old computer, which is HP Pavilion DV7, and it is 2012 year computer. I'm telling you truly, and the performance is very fast. But if I put Windows 11 here, then I think it will not run here. This device means my laptop will not be supported by Linux, like Windows 11. But whereas this Linux Mint is installed very nicely, and everything is so smooth, and everything is very smooth. Even most of the like applications are also here, like Office. If you click here, you'll see that it has everything like Office, Draw, Impress Writer. This is like alternate of Microsoft Word, and see how fast it is. See, everything is there, and it's so smooth, so fast. I really loved it. And that's it guys. In this way you can easily install this thing, and if you have any question or comment, or if you face any problem, put in the comment section. Thank you guys for watching the video.